Alrighty, Knicks fourth quarter versus Brooklyn Nets live stream. Going live a little early tonight, watching the fourth quarter with you guys. Knicks should be able to close this one out, but it's 96 to 85 versus the Brooklyn Nets, and they should be able to close this out. Wait for more of you guys to trickle in here. Timeout, Knicks. Timeout, Knicks. Timeout. Timeout. 'Timeout, Knicks. Timeout, Knicks. Cat dominating. Cat is dominating tonight. Ladies and gents, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Timeout. Timeout. 96-85, fourth quarter. Do a little watch along, you know. Isaiah, man, what's going on? Yeah, do a little watch along. You know, this game is kind of coming down here to the, 8 minutes left. 11-point game. Knicks should still be able to win. But Jaden says, I thought we had transported to the future. What's with the early stream, man? Decided, just wanted to chop it up on here, watch the game, watch the end of the fourth quarter with you guys. Cat, block it. Oh no. Oh my God. Please be okay. Please be okay. Please be okay. Karl Anthony Towns just went down hard. After an and one. Please be okay. Still on the floor. Taking his time. Ooh. Please be okay, Cat. Is he all right? He's getting up. He got up. He's limping. Man, that was a hard fall. Boom, right on the hip. And why you live already? Hey, yo, you guys want me to get off? I'll get off. I just wanted to talk to you guys. I'm bored. So I was like, let me go live. I'm bored. I was like, let me go live, Let's talk through the game, talk through the fourth. This fourth is kind of dragging a little bit. Cat is in pain right now on the bench. My heart just sank. He seems like he's okay. It was his arm, okay. Isaiah says just needs Cat to dominate like this against good teams, man. Yeah, and that suck, man. They're terrible. Look, we knew the Knicks were gonna do this to this team, right? Yeah, Mike Breen says hip, right? Hold on. Yo, Cat. Right? 33, 13, and 19. 8 boards for Cat. That's a hell of a game. He needed something like this. He heard those AD rumors. Cat heard those AD rumors. He didn't like them. He didn't like those AD rumors. Vince Carter in the building. Guys, by the way, Ariel Hukporti playing tonight. Tyler Kolek playing tonight. Shout out to Tyler Kolek for playing well. Hopefully this can get him more playing time. Kolek has played. I thought he has played valuable minutes tonight. Cat again. Woo! Karl Anthony Towns, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fucking go. Cat is back. Cat is feeling it tonight. Cat is feeling it tonight. He's feeling it. All right, game's over. Game's over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, JB. Ooh. Ooh. Hop step. Game's over. Game's over. I can do the post game right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I came on. I can do the post game right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I came on. Wanted to chop it up with you guys, man. JB, little hop step. Left to right. Excuse me, JB. Let me see if I can put that in the chat for you guys. That was nasty. All right, here it is. I'm putting it in the chat for you guys. That's nasty. Ooh. Ooh. Little Euro, JB. Isaiah says the New Jersey Nets are getting destroyed, man. Let's go. We'll never consider them from Brooklyn. Yeah, look. The Nets are probably going to have a top 5 pick. They just have Michael Porter Jr. And if you look at Mike, what did Mike? He was off tonight. Knicks played him actually really well. 1 of 9 from 3 from Michael Porter Jr. tonight. 1 of 9. Minus 21. Inefficient. Hey, Clowney, man. Clowney's pretty good. JB crossover, pull up. Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns is out of the game. He's probably done for the night. I hope he's done for the night. Amazing game from Cat. Amazing game from the big Cat. Amazing basketball game from the big Cat. Domination, man. Domination. One of Cat's best games this season. Domination. There's some music in here. .504 left This is all but over. Ooh, Mikal almost got another one. Ooh. Good save. Hart. Clarkson, 3. Huck Porty, good rebound. Damn. Second half, Knicks look good tonight. They look good. That save by Josh Hart was crazy. Did Mikal block that? Yeah, he did. Ooh. Mikal stocks tonight. What are they at? Okay, 3. 3 stocks tonight from Mikal Bridges. He's been awesome. $108.90 is your score. 4:33 left. Huck Porty at the free throw line. Just Rover says a trick to Tyler playing well is playing him with shooters. I agree. And quite frankly, I don't know why Tyler Kolek hasn't played. He's looked good. He's looked good. He's looked good this year. And I'm hoping, we're ravaged. Shamit gone, OG Anunoby gone. Tyler Kolek has looked really good tonight. Love the outlet passes, the aggressiveness. And he's done nothing but deserve more playing time. He looked good tonight, just Rover. He looked good. It's a get-right game for the Knicks, man. Get-right game for the Knicks. The Nets suck. You already chalked this up. You could chalk the next one up with a W as well. Damn, Clarkson missing open threes. Clarkson has had like about 4 open threes tonight, and he's missed all of them. Yo, Clowney, bro. Yo, can we somehow get Clowney on the Knicks? Can that happen? That would be a nice piece off the bench. Clowney. $110.95. This one's winding down. Good boy, Josh. Damn, Clarkson. Bronson. Nothing but net. Nothing but net. What does JB have tonight? What does JB have tonight? Quiet 27 for Jalen Brunson. Real quiet 20. Get him out the game. Get JB out the game, please. We don't need JB in this game. Mike Brown, get him out the game. Thank you. He heard me. He heard me. Get him out the game, Mike Brown. Yuri, this game's over. Yuri, this game's over. Ooh, Clarkson. Clarkson trying to pad those stats, boy. 12 points. 0-6 from 3 from Jordan. 0-6 from 3 from Clarkson. 6-12. Of course, the Nets Clowney could have missed tonight. Of course. This Rover says Clowney shoots terribly, but everyone powers up against us. Yep. Clarkson getting out the game. Okay, Jameson. Okay. Jameson coming in the game. Some reserves coming in the game. This one's over. kind of like I don't know. I like no lie, lady, like no lie, guys. I was falling asleep in the first half, man. And the first half of this basketball game was terrible, like terrible. I was just like, how is it only a 3-point lead at halftime? In the first quarter, I was frustrated. Like the Knicks are just missing. They're not even attempting to shoot the open shot and just playing dumb basketball. I was like falling asleep in this game during the first half, guys. Because you knew what was happening. Like, you knew what was going to happen. What the fuck? That's our ball. That's our ball. Ooh, let's go, Kolek. Let's go, Ty. What? What'd they call? What'd they call? The hell? Looks like the Knicks bench falling asleep too. Guys, I'm telling you, a 7-game win streak starts tonight. Seven-game win streak starts tonight, man. Daddy A. Damn, when Daddy A comes to the game, he's putting those things up. He's putting those things up when Daddy A comes in the game. It is, right? Yo, Isaiah, me too. I thought the same thing, that the saturation is weird. I don't know if it's the Brooklyn court where it's just so gray, or I don't know if it's the broadcast on MSG. Saturation looks a little weird tonight. I don't know if they changed it prior to the game. I hate it. I thought something was wrong with my screen. This Rover says Tyler steadily improving on defense. Yes, he is. Look, Kolek tonight, right? 15 minutes, still in the game, 2 points, but 5 assists, 3 boards. And I just love the aggressiveness. Him driving to the basket makes so many funny faces with him going to the basket. And look, he's put together a nice. Ooh, Diawara, he should have shot that. Kolek 3. Got to work on that shot. He's put together a nice little highlight tape here for more playing time. I'm just trying to get to his game log. Yeah, last game, 8 points, 2 steals at Orlando. I thought he looked good. He just hasn't played. And it's his sophomore season. And in my opinion, you need to play Kolek more. You do. Damn, this game ended quick. This game ended quick. I love it. No stoppages in the last 5 minutes. Let's go. I love it. No stoppages. All right. Here we go. It's over. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. Your New York Knicks win 113 to 100. 113 to 100. Let me just change the score really quick. 113, 100. Let me change the stats. Shout out to you guys rocking with me watching this fourth quarter. Cat, man, awesome game from Karl-Anthony Towns. What, 37, 12. Knicks moved to 10-6 on the season. Brunson with a quiet 27. Only 3 assists for Jalen Brunson. Bridges, 16. Just shoot more, Bridges, right? Just shoot more, Mikel. That's it. We just want you to shoot more. That's it, Mikel. Just shoot more. All right, let me see if yes, Connor sent me the final score graphic. Let me put the final score graphic on the screen. Shout out to Connor. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry for the technical difficulties. Your New York Knicks beat the Brooklyn Nets. Final score 113 to 100. Appreciate you guys rocking with me, watching that fourth quarter at the end there. Quick game. Probably the quickest game of the year. This game ended before 10 p.m. And the New York Knicks get back on track, ladies and gentlemen. You kind of knew this was coming, but you wanted to see it on the court, right? And you wanted to see it on the court. Look, the Knicks are coming off, quite frankly, a bad loss in Orlando. And you wanted to see how they responded tonight versus the Brooklyn Nets. They have two winnable games here. They won the first one. They have the Charlotte Hornets up next. And their schedule is kind of favorable for them. But tonight, you wanted to see them come out with kind of that killer mentality, and we really didn't see that until the second half of the game. And you saw it from Big Cat. Karl-Anthony Towns was absolutely incredible tonight. Round of applause for the Big Cat, ladies and gentlemen. Karl-Anthony Towns tonight, 37 points, 12 boards, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 3 assists, had an alley-oop to Yabusele, who sold it. I can't believe you missed that. I can't believe Yabu missed that, by the way. That was terrible. Final score graphic, shout out to Connor. 37, 12, and 3. 3 assists for the Big Cat, Karl-Anthony Towns. He dominated this game. He dominated the Nets. The Nets have no one to guard Karl-Anthony Towns. And what I loved the most is not only did he dominate, from behind the arc, he had, a couple of threes tonight, right? 3 or 4 from 3 tonight from Karl-Anthony Towns. He's also dominating in the post, right? He's dominating in the post. He's using his length to his advantage. He's just going to the rack at will. And quite frankly, he's not really getting all the foul calls he deserves. But tonight was one of those games where he probably had it on the drawing board, had it before the game, had it in the game plan to dominate the paint against this Brooklyn Nets team, who quite frankly has no one to guard Karl-Anthony Towns. And that's the beauty of having Cat, is that he can score at all 5 levels. He could score at will, right? And that's kind of like the frustrating thing with him, because sometimes he has these like one-offs and you're kind of like scratching your head. But tonight, yes, I know it was against the Brooklyn Nets, but this is what you want to see in the regular season. This is what you want to see. You want to see them dominate their matchups and just cook. And tonight was one of those nights where he looked absolutely incredible. Like, he looked absolutely incredible. Karl-Anthony Towns did. So shout out to the big cat. Let's get to this final. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Shout out to every single one of you guys in the chat. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Once again, Knicks win 113-100 against the Brooklyn Nets, ladies and gentlemen. So the big cat, 37 points, have it right here on the screen. 3 of 4 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Quite frankly, he should have got to the free throw line way more. Right? There was one play in the third quarter where he got absolutely whacked. I'm trying to pull up his bear with me. I'm trying to pull up his shot chart, right? Trying to pull up his shot chart. Here it is, the shot chart. I don't know if you guys can see it, but all right. That was an absolute fail. That was an absolute fail. Oh my gosh. That was an absolute fail. Let me put up his shot chart in the chat, because I love it. Like, I love when Cat plays like this, because it opens up the floor for everybody. And look, Brunson with a quiet 27 and 3, right? All right. Here it is. This is Karl-Anthony Towns' shot chart. These are all the makes, right? And quite frankly, I love it. Majority of his shots are in the paint tonight. We're in the paint tonight. Only one miss from 3, and it was in the same area as his made threes. But all of his misses were in the paint, right? All of his misses were in the paint. And I love that. Like, I love an aggressive cat. I love an aggressive cat. And we saw that in the playoffs. We need to see that more. And he has been doing that way more this year. He has been, right? And maybe he heard the rumors for Anthony Davis, and he was like, hold my beer. I'm not getting traded for Anthony Davis, Anthony. Size 9, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Joel, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat. Joel says, is it me, or was I the only one who had a little heart attack seeing Cat in agony on the ground? And thoughts during the moment. I was actually live during that moment, Joel, and I was freaking out. In case you missed it, I went live like a little bit midway through the fourth quarter. And everyone was like, why are you live right now? And I was just like, I just want to talk to you guys, chop it up. I'm bored. Game was kind of like dragging a little bit. Then it kind of got going for the New York Knicks in that second half. But in the first quarter, guys, this game was boring. Like, let's just be real. This was a snooze fest, right? It was just no flow to the offense. Knicks were missing open looks to start this basketball game. Deuce couldn't hit anything. Deuce is still missing his open looks like he did in Dallas, right? Jordan Clarkson was 0-6 from 3. He was missing his open threes. 34% from 3 from the Knicks. And there was a tweet from James Edwards that said, the Knicks have been struggling from Chris. What's going on? Salute, Chris. Appreciate you in the chat. Yeah, the Knicks have been struggling from 3, and I tweeted literally, well, OG Anunoby's gone, and he was the Knicks' one of the Knicks' best three-point shooters, and Mikal Bridges simply doesn't shoot. And in that second half, Mikal Bridges started to shoot more, right? Mikal Bridges started to shoot more in that second half, and I think he only missed one shot in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Mikal Bridges in the third quarter, right? 12 points, 10 minutes, 4 or 6 from the field, 2 or 3 from 3 tonight in the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, he didn't miss. So he only missed 2 shots in the second half. And an aggressive Mikal, I love. You need more of an aggressive nature from Mikal Bridges, right? Sometimes he just way too passive for me. And in the second, especially in that third quarter for Mikal, I thought he was awesome. Tyler Kolek, I thought was awesome, right? Jalen Brunson with a quiet 27 on the night. Quiet 27 on the night. He was awesome in the first half. Josh Hart, 7 points, 12 boards, 7 assists. He started, due to Mitchell Robinson being out, no Landry Shamet. So your starters were Brunson, McBride, Mikal, Hart, and Towns. And they look good, right? The starters look good, especially in that second half. Clarkson getting to the paint like he has been, just missing his open threes. Those will fall. Kolek, right? Am I wrong? Like, Kolek just needs to play more. That's it. Like, I just want to see growth out of Kolek, and we've been seeing growth out of Kolek, especially last game too. I thought he was pretty good versus Orlando. And quite frankly, in every game that he has played this year, I've seen some good things from Tyler Kolek. He just hasn't played. He just hasn't gotten the opportunity. And you're sitting there wondering, like, why? Like, you're scratching your head. Like, but, hey, he played tonight, 16 positive minutes for Tyler Kolek, 5 assists, right? More assists than Jalen Brunson, most on the team. Knicks finished with 28 assists on the night. So, shout out to Tyler Kolek. Shout out to Tyler Kolek. Just a good game. Good game. Look, they're not getting anything from Yabu. Absolutely nothing from Gershon Yabusele. And it's a shame. It's a real shame that they're not getting anything from Gershon Yabusele. And here is the play that I was talking about that I almost spit up my drink. Is this the play? Hold on. Let me see if this is the play. Yep, this is the play. Here it is. Cat. By the way, Cat actually, had a great defensive possession. Probably his best of the season. And Gershon sold. Cat throws the alley-oop to Gershon Yabusele. He can't jump. He misses it. This is the same guy who dunked over LeBron James. Same guy. Has no lift. I feel for him. Right? I really do. I hope that the player that we've seen over these last, especially last year, comes out some point of the season, because the Knicks desperately need that player off the bench, especially now due to these injuries. But I don't know. El Figgy says, good evening, fam. Anyone still talking that nonsense about trading Cat for AD? Hey, El Figgy, I'm still standing on it, right? It was against the Brooklyn Nets. I love Cat's game tonight, but I'm still standing on it. What's going on, El Figgy? Appreciate you in the chat. Any update on Shaman and OG? Look, the Knicks are not going to give any significant update on Shaman. They're saying that he's still being evaluated. And quite frankly, I'm pretty sure that they know what's going on with Landry Shamet's injuries. But they just don't want to release it. And maybe it's some good news. They're calling it a sprained shoulder. I hope that he can get back. So, we shall see. El Figgy says, by the way, if AD has taken the same spill as Cat, he would have been carted on a stretcher. Bruh. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys caught it last post game. After I hopped off here, I went on LV Live's post game, and I was talking about the AD trade. Look, don't really want to get into it now, but Cat shut us all up, right? He shut us all up tonight. Amazing game from Karl-Anthony Towns, and he needed a game like tonight. Granted, it was against the Brooklyn Nets, but you play who's on your schedule. You make no excuses for dubs. You get wins, you stack wins, because the Eastern Conference is very strong at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very strong at the moment. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but there are some teams in the Eastern Conference that are starting to surprise me. The Raptors, right? For instance, I think they just beat the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Detroit wins another one. Yep. Raptors beat Cleveland. So there are teams in the East that just keep on winning, which is why you don't make any excuses for these wins. Like, I don't care. You play who's on your schedule. You take care of business. You take care of business. Right? So you're now 10-6 on the season. Look, after the Orlando game, it was like it was brutal, but you're 7-3 in your last 10. Like, that's pretty good. It's not terrible. The problem is everyone else is playing at such an elite level right now. Heat won tonight. Raptors won tonight. Detroit won tonight. So you just keep stacking these wins. And look, your schedule is opening up here. I mean, yes, you have the Charlotte Hornets up next. So quite frankly, your all-stars should play like all-stars. Cat should continue to dominate. He should continue to dominate the Charlotte Hornets. He should. But I don't want to take the Hornets lightly because they have some good young talent on that team, right? You did what you're supposed to do tonight. You dominated the Nets. What is that, like 11 straight games versus the Brooklyn Nets that we've won? Some crazy statistic like that, right? Who knows? But you did what you're supposed to do, and it was led by one of your leaders in Karl Anthony Towns. That was absolutely incredible tonight. Absolutely incredible game from Big Cat. Yuri says Yabu was great. It's the little things. This Rover says, let's hope Detroit are front runners. Size 9 says Pistons are better than last year. Pistons are real, man. Pistons are the real deal, and they could upgrade. Latino says, what's going on, Latino? Appreciate you in the chat. Listen, we need interior defense is the key. I do not trust Cat. AD will be healthy come playoff time. You do trust. Latino wants AD on this team. El Figgy says, I'm never worried about the Knicks. The only thing that worries me are injuries. Exactly. The only thing that worries me about the Knicks are injuries. And quite frankly, I was thinking about this the other day, right? I was thinking about this when I got off the post game after it was like a kind of like a sour post game last game. The only thing that matters is that we're healthy in the playoffs. Like, does a regular season even like matter to anyone? I know that's like a cop out, but last year we were terrible against the Celtics, terrible against the Cavs, and we still beat the Celtics in the playoffs. Like, there are Knicks fans out there that are just like, wake me up in April. Like, these losses don't really mean anything right now. Wake me up in April. That's where I want to see this Knicks team shine the most. But I want to enjoy the process, right? I want to enjoy the process. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Smash the like button. As always, your New York Knicks get back on track versus the Brooklyn Nets as they take care of business in Brooklyn. Castro says, good game. We should have kept the Nets under 100 points. Almost 1 point away from keeping them under 100 points. The Knicks held Michael Porter in check tonight. Mikal Bridges continues to play really good defense for this team, and that has been a shining bright spot this year. Mikal Bridges' stocks have been up. His defensive numbers have been up. I just want him to be a little bit more selfish offensively. Just a little bit more selfish offensively. Size 9 says Pistons beat the same Bulls team that washed us without Cade, Stewart, or Duren. That team is real. Yeah, man. Pistons are real. Pistons are real. When do we play the Pistons? I don't think we play them anytime soon, which is a shame. Well, I want to get healthy before we play them, right? I kind of want to get healthy before we play them. My GG says Pistons are our big. Orlando is our biggest problem. I still do think the Pistons or the Cavs are in the way. And watch out for the Heat, too. January 5th. The first matchup versus the Detroit Pistons is January 5th. Right here. Monday, January 5th against the Detroit Pistons. That's the first time the New York Knicks play them on Peacock. Hey now, so that's in more than a month. Man, so that's a long time. That's a long time, but hopefully we're whole. Like, hopefully that could be like a kind of like a preview to what's to come in a playoff series, right? Let's do it. Round 2. Let's go. But Knicks take care of business tonight. January 5th, yes. Knicks take care of business tonight, right? You got Charlotte. You should be able to take care of business in Charlotte. And then you got the Milwaukee Bucks, the red hot Toronto Raptors. At Boston's always a tough place to play, right? Shout out to Tony in the chat. Sends me a screenshot of him watching me live. Shout out to Tony in the chat. Look, not a daunting schedule at all, right? Not a daunting schedule. I joked on Twitter saying the 7-game winning streak starts tonight because, Charlotte, Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, Charlotte, Utah, then Orlando again. And the two toughest matchups on here are Toronto and Boston, right? And don't sleep on Utah. Don't sleep on Utah. But Ichimaru, no update regarding Landry Shamet or OG Anunoby. Landry Shamet is still getting evaluated. That's the update. Castro says we'll definitely have OG back then. Hopefully healthy back then, right? Try to get some highlights for you guys on the screen. Knicks, Nets, man. Feel sorry for Nets fans, man. Feel sorry for Nets fans. Do I? Nah, I don't. I don't feel sorry for Nets fans. I don't feel sorry for Nets fans. Look, Cat in the post, man. Baby. First, you knew it was going to have a big game when his first bucket was that. In the post is dominating. Just dominating. So, appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Getting a little stench out of their mouth. Beating the Brooklyn Nets. Final score 113-100. El Figgy says the Knicks are always playing down during the regular season. And once the playoff starts, it's all dog. Yeah, look, I love it. Look, I know we kind of overreact during the season. And that's okay. We're Knicks fans, right? But you want to see this team succeed. I like a lot of people compare this team to last year's team and said we have the same record this year than last year. But this is a totally different year. Like we have higher expectations this year than last year. We're supposed to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. We're supposed to be number 1, number 2 in the Eastern Conference, right? And we just really haven't looked like that yet. And I guess that's what stems the frustration from Knicks fans is that we haven't looked like the best team in the Eastern Conference yet, and Knicks fans want to see that. Offensively, they've looked pretty good, but defensively, they've been bad. They've been bad, and that's a problem. And guys have been in and out the lineup. I wrote it down. 8th different starting lineup this year, guys, for the New York Knicks. 8th different starting lineup this year. 8. It's a lot. It's a lot, but third quarter, Knicks got rolling. Size 9 said Porter Jr. lost this game with very bad shots. Yeah, he's going to take a lot of bad shots for the Brooklyn Nets. And he's actually been playing really well for that team. But, not tonight. Not tonight. El Figgy says coming in 5 seed didn't hurt the Pacers last year. Nope. Hey, I like that, man. I like that. Hey, you won home court, though, El Figgy. Like, that's the thing. You won home court in the playoffs, right? You don't want to kind of play with your food a little bit. You won home court, right? You don't want to, Pacers were riding the magic carpet last year, right? They were riding a magic carpet last year, the Indiana Pacers. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton was just on a whole nother level. Game winner after game winner after game winner from Tyrese Halliburton. Look at Clarkson in the paint. Love that. So you don't want to fall behind the 8 boy in terms of like starting on the road. Gideon, what's going on? Appreciate you, Gideon. Size 9, he did take some bad shots. Yes, he did take some bad shots. Terrible shots. And, shout out to Mikal. Mikal had the assignment mostly, majority of the game, for guarding Michael Porter. And Porter has been playing really good for the Brooklyn Nets. And he had a bad game tonight. And, I would credit Mikal Bridges, who's defensively has, dare I say, been one of the best wings in the NBA this year. He has. His stocks have been way up this year. Had another nice steal tonight. His instincts have been really good this year, his defensive instincts. And, shout out to Mikal. I just would like him to be more selfish offensively, because when he gets in that little paint, when he just starts to look for Knicks, he starts to look for cutting Knicks. And I just would like him to be more selfish, because he has been one of our most efficient players offensively. And, sometimes be selfish. Shoot the ball. That's it. Right? Is that too much to ask? 2-5 on the road, by the way. Our second road win of the year. Towns catapulted us tonight. Love that. Ronald, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat, Ronald. Appreciate you in the chat. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Subscribe. Come join us here in the chat. You New York Knicks. Get it done, right? They got it done. That's what we've been waiting for. They just get right game against the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, in the first half, it was kind of, a struggle. I was falling asleep. Like I said, I was just a boring basketball game. And then in that third quarter, the Knicks started to pick it up. And Josh Hart gave this Knicks team a bolstered energy in that third quarter. Mikal was awesome in that third quarter. Cat was dominating in that third quarter, right? So 37-12 for Cat, man. Hart 7-12, 7. Yeah, man. I love it. You got to even see your Daddy A. Jamison came in. Diawara came in. Right? On the net side, look, 6 of 15 from Michael Porter, 1 of 9 from 3. Bruh. He was putting them things up, man. He was putting them things up. He gets paid to shoot. That's for sure. Nick Claxton. I thought Nick Claxton was supposed to be good. Right? I know a Nets fan who hates Nick Claxton. Hates him. I thought he was supposed to be good. He's not. And, Drake Powell off the bench, pretty good for them. But their offense was clowny. 31, 7 of 13 from 3 from Clowney. Let me look at his game log, because I'm going to get pissed off if this is like this hasn't been a trend. Dude put 31 points on us, bro. Okay. It hasn't been a trend. Okay. He put 31 points on us, man. He had 22 the last game. Why did this he was open from 3. 22 the last game, 19 versus Boston, 13 versus Boston. He's been pretty good for them. He's been pretty good. Obviously, was it a career night for him? I hope not. I hope it wasn't a career night for him. I hope we don't have to put his name on the list. Right? Do we? Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Knicks win against the Brooklyn Nets. I see Yuri waiting in the Discord to call in. We'll get to your call a little bit earlier. Ronald says Cat needs 30+ against Milwaukee. Then he's back good with me. No Giannis versus Milwaukee Bucks, but don't just look at the Bucks and say that's an easy win. They've been scrappy. They're a scrappy bunch, the Milwaukee Bucks. But Cat needs some kind of, not revenge. That's not the word I'm looking for. But he was terrible in the game early on versus the Bucks, if you don't remember. That was one of his worst games this year. He was just absolutely terrible. Right? It was like He didn't want to get traded to Milwaukee, so he was terrible in Milwaukee. In the beginning of the season. Size 9 says Deuce popped that jumper on the baseline. That was fish. El Figgy says, I love this version of Deuce. Let's talk about Deuce. The thing about Deuce is, like, I know fans are getting on him for missing his open shots, but I don't care. Like, if he's open, he's gonna shoot, and I want him to shoot. Like, I want him to continue to shoot if he's open. Those shots will fall, and they have been falling. It's just he's been like he's hit a slump. He's hit a slump, and that's okay. 1 of 5 from 3, 4 of 10 from the field, 3 assists, two rebounds. He's in a slump. Those shots will fall. If you watch those shots, they're like halfway down. They're either in the back of the iron or in and out, or it's too strong. Those shots will fall, and those shots will come for Deuce. So I'm not worried about him missing shots. I'd rather him miss those open shots than the New York Knicks just pass up open shots, because that is what they were doing early on in this basketball game. They were passing up a lot of open shots. So Gideon says Noah made us look like clowns for that span. What's going on, Gideon? All right, let's get to Yuri in the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to Yuri in the Discord. You guys can call in to the show as well. Just hit the Discord link that is pinned up in the chat. Would appreciate you guys that join the Discord. Yuri, what's going on? Welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. Let's get right off the bat. Much needed win for the Knicks today, especially after that Orlando Magic loss.
Yeah.
Let's be honest though, before I continue about the recap of the game, Orlando's becoming a problem, man. Athletic, length, depth. Orlando making a name for themselves. But I love how
I'm still upset you didn't call in last game, Yuri. I'm still upset.
Listen. Like Evan said, I was gonna get your channel demonetized.
Come on, just show up. Just show up.
Fine. But yeah, no, I really like the Brooklyn game. Much needed win. I don't care if it was against the Nets. You gotta get wins like this. You need to basically win these games. You gotta stack the W columns.
Yeah, you do.
You gotta stack the W columns.
Oh, sorry, you were a little low. They couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I said you gotta stack the W's.
That. There you go.
You gotta stack the W's. You gotta stack the W's on the left side of the column. I love the cat defensive possession. Why you had to solo clip Yabu? Oh, that killed my soul. That killed me. That killed me.
That alley hoop that he threw to Yabu was like I was.
I think that was a bad pass from Cat as well. I think that was a bad pass as well from Cat.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bad pass, but.
But listen, I like what Yabu did tonight. He had a 3-point shot. He made some really good plays on defense. Eye test wise, even though he's not getting the offensive touches, the eye test showed me that he's at least trying on defense at the 4th spot, which I appreciate. You see the Knicks still going through the growing pains of Mike Brown's system.
Yeah, but
they're not hitting
I don't know. Are we handing out try-hard trophies now? I don't know. I need more. Yuri.
I feel you. No, I know.
No, I get it. Look, I get it. Like, he's trying out there, but the Knicks, look, $12 million for 2 years when a team is hamstrung at the first apron. You got it. You show me something, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I do, but I'm just saying. Eye test wise, yeah, he did good today, in my opinion. But listen, no, I like what Deuce is doing. He's taking the open shots. I don't mind him taking them. They're open, you shoot it. Which I was very pedo about the Knicks not taking their open shots.
Yeah.
I know the 3-point shot hasn't been falling for us recently on the road. But you got to take the open shot, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, especially now.
It's open, shoot it. But listen, now you got the win against Brooklyn, a much-needed bounce-back win. I hope we can do it against Charlotte. I know Charlotte gives us problems because of their athleticism. I'm interested to see how that game turns out. And OG is going to be reevaluated at the end of this week. So I want to see how that goes. Shamit has a shoulder sprain. I don't think it's a sprain, and I think he dislocated that damn
Yeah, I
shoulder
don't think it's
again.
a sprain. I think they're being nice, but I hope not. But
I hope it's a sprain.
yeah, I hope it is a
I
sprain
do.
too. I hope it's a
I
sprain.
hope it's a sprain. I'm not trying to be that guy questioning the Knicks injury, but we all seen how
Yeah,
they did again. They do this every time with injuries. They do it every time. If it is a sprain, I'm glad to say I'm sorry that I doubted the Knicks
yeah,
PR team for putting that out.
yeah.
If it's a sprain, wait for him to get healed up, have him come back later. So I'm not really worried about that. Listen, you gotta win in Brooklyn. MSG 2.0. Go back to New Jersey, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ. Go back.
Yo, that crowd was like dead in there. I know a lot of Knicks fans traveled.
Wyatt.
Dead.
MSG would never,
Yeah,
Knick fans would never be dead in a MSG.
that was a dead crowd. But
They're
hey,
booing our team if they play like crap. They're cheering their team on if they're winning a game or if they're trying to come back. We Knick fans are loud. Loud.
yeah, 3-14. The Nets are. They haven't won a home game. They're 0-8 in Brooklyn. Damn.
That's oh yeah, 0-12 since Claxton said, "Oh, I never been
0-12.
beaten by the Knicks." Oh, I've never been beaten by the Knicks. By
Yeah,
the Knicks.
yeah.
Oh,
Yuri, appreciate the call as always, Yuri. Iron, what's going on, Iron? We got Iron next up on the Knicks Nation show. How are you, Iron? Hope all is well.
Yo, y'all can hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. How are you? Loud
What's
and clear.
good, man? What's good, man? It was this is the kind of game it's hard to have feelings for because it's the Nets.
Yeah,
It's not even a must win, it's a should win. And we won convincingly, you know, but you know, as a purist, someone who's passionate about the game, I'm watching it, right?
mm-hmm.
And like I'm waiting to see him. Like we know Jalen's him. And you know what I mean by him. Like, okay, when we need a bucket, go get there's so many times Josh Hart has a good look and he hesitates.
Yep,
Bridges hesitates. Like when Cat goes in, he goes in, like just go in. Miss, draw the foul, whatever, what have you, we'll deal with that. That's what we're paying you for. Like you getting 55 mil or something like that a year. Cat, like when he attacks, like who's gonna stop him? Claxton, Sharp, like who's really gonna stop Cat on Jersey? Like I want to see our big name guys be more dominant in
yep,
these moments. Like
yep.
I want him because everyone talks about the Giannis's and the Jokic's and the SGA's. Like, do we have them? Like, do we have someone that's on that caliber? Because, ladies and gentlemen, let it be known you're gonna need a dog like that in order to beat them.
Yep.
Because, like, I'm an old head man. The last team I remember winning a chip, just through team play and blue collar was '04 Pistons.
Pistons, yep.
With the
Yep.
Wallaces
Mm-hmm.
and Tayshaun and Rip and Chauncey, like, and that was an anomaly. You like that don't exist no more. So you need that one him, and Jalen is him, but he's 6 foot.
Yeah.
He's 6 foot. No matter how hard he tries, you can always target him
Mm-hmm.
on the defensive end. You can always exploit his lack of size. Cat has to either show his dominance or he's going to keep hearing trades about him for AD and what have you. You can't blame people.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like, because with all, like, Cat is, dare I say, top 5 big men in the league, right? But it's all on offense.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on offense. And I'd be willing to sacrifice 20% of that offense if you were just serviceable on defense. You ain't got to be Mitch. Like, just be, give me Miles Turner level. Isaiah Hartenstein level. Like if he was just serviceable, I think the difference would be night and day. I don't know what you think, man.
I agree, and like that's the reason why I was dabbling in the Karl Anthony Towns for Anthony Davis trade rumors, but AD just can't stay healthy. And if he was, that's Cat. He's so gifted offensively, like you said, right? We saw it last year in the playoffs.
Yep.
Game 3 versus Indiana. Without him, we lose that game. We were down 0-3. The Pistons.
Absolutely.
When he shoots the baseline jumper and the three from like damn near half court, we're like, man. But like you said, in the finals, you're gonna need that guy, and I think we do have that guy. I know Jalen's 6 foot, but he still works his magic in the playoffs. And this Knicks front office has built the team around Jalen Brunson. But yes, I agree. If Cat shows that again in the playoffs, defensively he can't do it, there's a conversation to be had.
Because like we're not asking for him to be a lockdown all defensive player, just serviceable. Yep. Don't be targeted. When other teams are going at you, then you're an issue.
But all right, let me ask you this. This is year 10. This is him.
Mm-hmm.
This is him. I think that's the frustrating part. I don't think he's going to get better. I don't. That's just my personal opinion. He could. I don't think he's going to get better defensively.
I agree with you. That's why, I was watching all the pundits and listening to all the talkers and everyone saying, the AD, like it's not ridiculous because
no, it's not. It's not. I mean, ridiculous.
Call me crazy, but look at the impact Mitch gives us in the few minutes he plays.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the 20 minutes a game he gives us, like I mean, I get euphoria thinking of Mitch, AD, OG, Bridges, and Brunson. Now we can hide Brunson.
Okay.
You can't hide Brunson and Cat. That's too many to hide defensively.
That's what I said.
You can hide one.
Hey, I agree with everything you're saying, but I don't want to be too overreactionary. Obviously, a healthy AD too, I think, makes this team better, but he's not healthy. So I don't think they're going to make that trade. I do think they should improve their bench a little bit, get another wing in here. But yeah, I mean, that's the lore of the AD thing, right? It's that offensively you might lose something with AD, even though he's still really damn good. But defensively, you gain a lot.
Oh,
you gain
so much. You gain so much, man. I mean, he covers for so many mistakes. And you have him and Mitch together. It's just like, who's scoring on that? When you're driving to the paint, OG, Mitch, and AD's there, it's like, yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Pick your poison. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I wouldn't do it out of loyalty. Like, I love Cat. I love Cat. Like, this is just hyperbole, just speaking on emotion. But because I just feel like we're so close. And I'm not worried about the East, man. But can we beat OKC? That's my question. Exactly. Like, with this roster as is, can we beat OKC? And if I'm being honest, not as a Knicks fan, but as a basketball head, like, and not as an analyst and going through plus and minuses, that's weirdo stuff. Like, I test. Can we beat them? I just don't know. Yep. I don't know. I'm not saying no definitively.
It's valid. I don't think we could beat them right now. OKC's playing. OKC's putting up historic numbers. Like they're a dynasty. They're on the cusp of being a dynasty if they win another championship.
They're all 12 years old. They got $1 billion more picks. So when Caruso's contract ends up, they'll just draft another. They have not only multiple picks, multiple early number ones. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I don't think they're unbeatable. Like, I watch them, I don't think they're unbeatable because they have no outside scoring.
Yeah.
There's no killer out there there's no perimeter threat. If you have a good paint, good team defense, you could beat them. Like, SGA's dope, but he's not Curry kill him. He's not LeBron kill him. He's not Wade kill him. I don't know if he's there yet. And they don't got that outside. Like, if you can defend the paint, right? I think you could beat, and if you have good out and spread them out, because they're long.
Yep.
They're long, If you can spread them out, I don't know, man. I
can't wait.
I get frustrated.
Yeah,
man.
no, I get
frustrated because it was so close,
I get it. Iron, appreciate the call. You're always welcome to call.
Yo, shout out to the greatest chat, and shout out to you, Ant. You keep doing your thing, man. Your money in the bag, homie.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to Iron in the chat. Look, I agree. Like, I get where he's coming from. Because the Knicks are trying to win an NBA championship, and that's why Ian Begley brought up the AD thing. That's why he said the Knicks are in win now mode. They're not in win tomorrow mode. They're not in win next year mode. They are in win now mode. Win now mode. So that was why he brought up the AD thing. And yes, it's hyperbole, and it's probably not going to happen, but it's a conversation. That's why he said at least they'll pick up the call. I know a lot of people don't like it, but you at least pick up the phone, right? You see what they're asking for. And can this Knicks team beat the Oklahoma City Thunder? I don't think anyone could beat them, but I agree that they are beatable. I do agree that they are beatable. If you look at their schedule, I know they've only lost one game this year. I mean, something crazy. They've played like shitty teams. I mean, the NBA has a crappy team problem. The NBA has a crappy team problem. A lot of crappy teams in the NBA right now. A lot. But I agree that the Oklahoma City Thunder are beatable. They almost got beat by the Nuggets last year. Game 7. They almost got beat by the Nuggets. 17-1. 17-1 the Oklahoma City Thunder are. And I have thoughts like he has. I do think, can this Knicks team win a championship this year? Because that's what it's about. Or is it about getting to the finals? I don't know. I wouldn't mind a finals appearance, honestly. I wouldn't mind a Knicks not roll through the East, but they get to the NBA finals somewhere they haven't been in 26 years. I wouldn't mind that. But I know that if they get to the finals and OKC is there, they're going to be underdogs like anyone else, right? Anyone else. But at that point, throw that out the window. It doesn't matter. But Cat needs to be better defensively. He does. But if he dominates like tonight, like he did consistently, right? We saw a couple of good defensive plays. Just be serviceable, right? And, we'll obviously cross that bridge the closer we get to the playoffs. But right now the East is just has the Pistons playing well, has the Raptors playing well, has the Heat playing well. Cavs, I don't know I don't trust the Cavs. I know they're 12-7. I don't the Heat. I think the Heat are good. I do. And we just gotta get healthy. That's we just gotta get healthy at this point and just maybe improve some things come trading deadline. But guys, I could say all of what I just said, and we were a shot away from being a 1-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Indiana Pacers. And that whole series changes after that. Whole series. That's the frustrating part. L Figure says, you think AD would give us a better shot to beat OKC? I think you're asking the wrong person, El Figgy, because I really like Anthony Davis. Like, I'm a fan of him when healthy. And the best ability is availability. And you guys know where I stand on that. Once I heard that rumor, I was all in, honestly. I was all in because the defensive stuff bothers me with Cat. It does. I love the offense, but it's just the defensive stuff is just too inconsistent for me. And I'm talking as a healthy AD. Again, I don't want to keep going down this path, but I know a lot of like Joe Brown in the chat. How many games AD played last postseason? 0. How can he help the Knicks when he barely plays? Yeah, I mean that's a chance you take, but it's not gonna happen, right? I mean, we're just talking at this point. But the reason why I'm bringing it up, I'm not just bringing it up because I want AD. Ian Begley brought it up. Ian Begley, a respected reporter, brought it up. He said the Knicks will look at it. Knicks want to win a championship, guys. They don't want to keep waiting. They think this team is going to take them to the promised land. If it doesn't, you're going to have a lot of people be upset. A lot of people upset if you get knocked out against the Pistons or if you get knocked out against the Heat. You know, I want to win a championship this year. A championship. So you look at everything. You can't just be tunnel vision and I know I love the continuity, right? But you just look at everything. But we'll cross that bridge as close as the NBA playoffs approaches. El Figgy says the only team that can beat OKC right now are the Denver Nuggets, and I'd rather see them in the NBA Finals. Yeah. Look, you got to be healthy, right? Got to be healthy. But I do think, with the right coach and losing Shamit is huge, like big, man. That's the thing that sucks. Shamit. It's huge for us. How do you replace him? How do you replace Landry Shamit? Like, it sucks. Yeah, and Yabu, like, I don't know. It's. I think this team can beat anyone in the East. I do, because we have playoff performers. We just need to be healthy. We need Mitch to be healthy, and I think they need another piece off the bench. And I think we're good, especially now with Landry Shaman on the shelf. Right? But let's get there, guys. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, smash the like button. Appreciate the callers. Going to go ahead and wrap this post game up. Appreciate you guys as always. Knicks get a much-needed win against the Brooklyn Nets, 113-100. Have a good night. And let's go Knicks. Let's go get them in Charlotte. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. I'll catch you guys next time. As always, it is Let's Go Knicks. Peace.